And transitioning straight from that, I also played 33 Immortals, which is in beta.
Oh,
So,
Hashtag
yeah,
hashtag code provided by the developer on Rainmaker.
yeah. Thanks to
oh,
Rainmaker
great.
for furnishing us with a code from the developers.
Did you
Uh,
record the video?
no, because I'm really bad about that. However, I have words to say. So, 33 Immortals, if you've been paying attention, is an MMO roguelike, but only an MMO in the sense that there are like 33 other folks in the run.
Yeah.
There's actually 3 levels, only one of which was available, the 33. There's also a mode with 22 and 11. So obviously, with less and less, things become more and more difficult, and there is a lot of requirement of grouping up. Obviously, you don't need 33 people running in force at once, but that game is tuned for many people on screen. I'll say that. So it's an MMO in that there are 33 folks out there, but it is without a doubt a roguelite in that there is a bunch of meta progression by way of the NPC Dante. You'll be able to add bonuses to your immortal and like I think it were 4 weapons: a sword, a bow, a staff, and dual swords. Yeah, I like the idea behind this game. There are sprawling levels with mini sections. We're in like 6 immortals. I think it was 6 breakaway to defeat objective rooms. Uh, and of course, all the while, there's in-run progression where you'll be picking up bonuses to help you along in the run. You can think of them like the God's Boons or the Hammers from Hades.
Yeah.
And once you've completed enough rooms, you trigger the Ascension Wave, in which you get just absolutely jumped out of nowhere by all of the monsters. And if you survive that wave, you ascend to the next level. I think that's how that worked. Apparently, there were people who got left behind, and they did not make it. That is unfortunate for them.
Worthy sacrifices.
Sacrifices must be made. Blood for the blood god. Funny enough. So the theming for this game escaped me when the pre-trailers came out. You are part of a rebellion, and your job is to attack and I assume dethrone God.
Hey,
Yeah, that was wild.
attack and
There
dethrone
wasn't a
God.
whole there wasn't a whole lot of story to really get at. Like we're stuck in purgatory, and every run is your rebellion. 33 of you attacking God to break out. I guess we're not baddies, but you know.
Be the
Speaking
bad
of
guy
attacking
as well.
God, bosses are
Uh-huh.
spectacle.
Oh, they are.
They truly it's so it's like war, obviously, which seems to be like the theming for this game. You know, the rebellion against God to break free of our destined fate of
Oh, yeah.
consignment to purgatory. You think that maybe like you think that we were like maybe fallen angels, but no, the first boss is Lucifer. So that's right out.
Right out the gate.
I dug his arena, which was accurate to the Inferno's cold hell, like a pit bereft of God's light, where there is only Lucifer, cold and alone and ready to torture we 33. I think it was like I think it was like 24 in my case. Like I said, we lost a couple people along the way. He was massive. Like at no point was he fully on my screen, and honestly, I
Oh,
didn't
wow.
spend a whole lot of that fight fighting Lucifer. For the most part, I was essentially doing ads, and these ads had the capacity to spawn more ads.
Ooh.
It was a war. It's incredible. So, yeah, it was like a fiesta of attacks and markers and little souls flying around because you don't die. 33 immortals. You don't die, you can be picked up. Your body breaks down, but your soul is everlasting. It's your immortal soul. However, you can fail. I didn't make it to the end of the fight. At some point, I just fell and was given no resurrection. It might be that we failed a mechanic. There, the boss does have like a cast bar that is growing the whole time. So I assume at some point we did fail to clear that particular cast bar and it just wiped us. But yeah, progression carried over a bit. I was able to power up my. I was almost called him a stick figure. That's not quite what they are. My amorphous immortal. I got a sweet cape. Got a little bit of decoration for my cape. I saw people running around with. I think they were cats. Cats are good.
Cats
So
are great.
Kitty cat. Wow.
this very much did not feel like here's a taste of the game. It's more. This did feel like a beta. Like, hey, please play the game. We just want to make sure that everything worked. And it did. It felt really good. My only criticism, literally my only criticism, is that I couldn't rebind my commands, and dash was only on space, and shift did something else. So my inbuilt muscle memory screwed me over a couple of times.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, it was a great time. Game is very stable. I consistently had 33 people, well, 32 other people running with me to attack and dethrone the devil. So, worth looking at if you're a roguelite fan, for sure. It is surprisingly clear and readable for 33 PCs and a bunch of mods. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we see more on this game coming up on the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, probably will. It's early access is supposed to come out sometime this year, so
That would make sense because this game did feel finished. Not like obviously I didn't have access to everything, but like it felt well polished for what it was.